1973, Arab armies launched a surprise attack on Israel. What happened? Israel was not surprised. Or if they were, they managed to hide it really well. Anyway, this segment was brought to you by IDF. Anyway, it's time for travel. Do you like traveling? Yeah? But you gotta choose your destinations wisely, right? Sometimes British people decide to go to a fascinating land. And that's a bad choice. Here's what I've learned living in this country. When a British person calls your country fascinating, usually it's not a compliment. You know, there are two kinds of countries in the world. The ones which manufacture cars and planes, and the ones which manufacture spices and acid attacks. And surprisingly, usually the second group are described as fascinating. Sometimes you read the travel section of The Guardian, it says, well, this is an ancient land, an ancient people with centuries of culture. Hey, I've got a news for you. Every population has got centuries of culture. No people were invented in the 60s. Apart from the Palestinians, maybe. I'm not Jewish, by the way, I just look Jewish. Is that good? Yeah, but the Foreign Office helps you choosing your travel destination. You can go to the Foreign Office website and they have a country profile and travel advice per country. So you go check out this particular country and it says something like, it has now been 6 months since Western tourists were beheaded in this country in front of cameras. So if you really want to go there, please exercise caution. Don't stand out, try to blend in. How do you do that? You are going quad biking in the desert on a Tuesday morning. Do local Moroccans do that? Sharm el-Sheikh was off limits for a while because a Russian charter plane was gunned down by ISIS, so it was off limits. But then at some point the UK government said, now you can go back to Sharm el-Sheikh because the Egyptian army has pushed back ISIS 40 miles into the Sinai desert. 40 miles. Is that reassuring? Because if there's anything we've learned about Islamic terrorists is that they hate traveling. No Islamic terrorist has ever traveled more than 40 miles to hurt Westerners. Right, you gotta get your passport. Nigel Farage was unhappy about his passport because it used to start, the British passport, with European Union. He should have seen one of my passports. It starts with Islamic Republic. You open the passport, every left page, picture of a mass murderer. Every right page, picture of a child soldier, the national hero. You hold the hologram against the light, it says, "Death to Israel." You flip through, inside the back cover, it says, "Passport not valid for travel to Israel." No kidding! I figured, but it doesn't say Israel, it says occupied Palestine. Because they call Israel occupied Palestine. You know that? Because Palestine has been occupied. Here's a fun fact for you. The Iranian government calls all of Israel occupied Palestine. The Iranian government claims more territory for Palestinians than the actual Palestinian Authority. But the Iranian government claims less territory for the Palestinians than Columbus University students. That's a fun fact for you. Yeah, but yeah, they call Israel occupied Palestine because Israelis have occupied Palestinian lands and they are enforcing this illegal occupation through the use of a network of very cruel checkpoints. You know? Because this is incredible for us. Because these Palestinians live in Palestinian territories, but they get daily work visas to go inside Israel every day, work, and then come back home. And this is unfathomable for us. These people hate Israel, and yet Israel gives them daily work visas. And we can't conceive of such a thing, because people who hate Britain, we give them British passports. What's up with that? We give them passports to them and their whole tribe, and then they descend on Parliament Square and shout, "From the river to the sea, more benefits for family and me." Yeah, but human rights organizations say these Israeli checkpoints are inhumane because they have to wait in line to be checked for any potential bombs or knives. And listen, anybody who thinks waiting at an Israeli checkpoint is inhumane has never been through London Waterloo Station during the morning peak hours. So you got to choose wisely. Sometimes you go to a travel agency. Yeah, I want to book a Mediterranean holiday. May I suggest Italy? The biggest number of UNESCO World Heritage sites. Let me stop you there. This year, I'm looking for an adventure. Adventure, you said? Have you tried ordering tap water in one of their restaurants? This is fact-based comedy, by the way. No, I know what you mean, but you see, I'm looking for the thrill that you get from sunbathing, coupled with the risk of being riddled with machine gun bullets. That's what I want for my family this summer. Have you got that? Okay, let's have a look at the southern Mediterranean map. Great. In which of these countries we are considered infidel pigs in a special relationship with the great Satan? All of them, sir. Look, I like my holidays best when I don't have any meaningful interaction with the local population. Can you please put us in a resort? And can you please make sure the resort is surrounded by abject poverty? Adjacent abject poverty comes as a standard in all of our holiday packages. I want to go to a place where for some reason we don't see any of the local women. A place where we don't see their women, but they see our women. As whores. Can you arrange that? No problem, sir. And what about the security? The security. Don't worry, sir. You can go to Egypt, where the army is in charge of tourist security. The army? Why is that? Well, basically, the Egyptian government took a hard and long look at the people, at the kind of people who want to hurt you, and they decided that the Egyptian police force is too namby-pamby for them. The Egyptian army, you say? One of those famously successful Arab armies? When did they last win any war? Well, they won during Khrushchev? No, Crusades. Crusades. What about 1946? 1948? No. 1956? No. 1967? No. 3 Arab armies lost territory to Israel. Three times the size of Israel. 1973, Arab armies launched a surprise attack on Israel. What happened? Israel was not surprised. Or if they were, they managed to hide it really well. Anyway, this segment was brought to you by IDF.